Hi everyone, this is Jamie again from Rochester, New York, and this is part, is it 1, 2, 3, 4 now I believe, could be 5, I don't know, I lost count here, of the passenger car, or not the passenger car, the Caboose modification. I cut this out so I could use the computer earlier, but what we're doing here is a little bit different from what I was talking about before. What I was talking about before was extending out this way and bringing out even longer, and I kind of, I spent some time thinking about it and I liked it a lot, but honestly I think it's long enough, and my father made a really good point, and that's that I can make another extended caboose if I keep these pieces here. So why not? The train show coming up soon. Thought, well, you never know, and what I decided to do with that one piece that I showed you earlier, which was the front or back, depending on which way you had it pointed, of the caboose. That kind of side panel there. Decided to take apart and extract the door, and you can kind of see that there. That's what it used to be, and I don't know where the other little pieces of it are, but whatever. Those can be used for other things. And the place I wanted to put the door is the most important thing after I've got the door out. The first thing you want to do is take the door out so you get the exact measurements. I decided that since I've got all these windows on this side, I'm just going to put the door on this side. So what I'm going to do first is place that right where I want it here, and I want to try and get I don't know if you can see on the camera, but there's two kind of bolt things there, rivets if you will. I want to try and get it between those two rivets to make it like it was kind of meant to be there. I want to try and keep it exact, and I'm going to have to move the light a little bit. What I'm going to do, and that was my guinea pig sneeze in the background, is kind of put two lines there so I know where to make my cut into the side of the train here. That's not close enough. Really don't want to mess up the dimensions here because I don't want a huge gap, and I want to go a little bit further inward when I do this. That way I can just, when I go to clean it up, I'm not going to be taking too much material off. So now you're going to see that technique that I showed you before, and right now I'm holding my knife in the flame here, so give me a second while that heats up. And I got to crouch down here to make this cut, otherwise I'll have to do it off camera. Because I've got this stuff sitting on a stool here. I don't really have a table I can put on right now because it's 4:30 and my little brother's in the living room. So what I'm going to do, take my knife, I'm going to press it, and then bring it down like that. That's a nice clean cut. Didn't go all the way through, I only went to there, so I got to go up a little bit further, heat up the blade again, and do the next cut. You always want to try and use that motion, otherwise you're going to end up with what you saw in part 2 with me all upset over it and everything, and you don't need that. So take that and just kind of, I'm going to go this way this time. You go this way when you got the room to go underneath, that way when you don't. And that cut on that side there is done, and I'm going to go over to the next side here. I'm not going to work along the top just yet because that's the last one I want to do. I want to do the bottom to the top first, then across. I don't know if it makes much of a difference, but that's just kind of how I do it. I try and do things methodically, and I didn't get it hot enough. I'm now stuck. Great. Okay. Nope. Well, kind of went through. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Moving forward. Heat that up a little bit more, and that's the thing. If you don't heat it up all the way, you're not going to go through all the way that you need to. And of course, this is all going to have to be corrected and puttied to make sure that I do it right. That was kind of a straight fall through because I cut it through earlier. So nice and hot. And There we go. So I've got both the side ones done now. See on the other side, that's straight through. That's good. That's what I want. I'm going to just turn it this way. That way I can still stay on this angle. And this is starting to get hot. Give me just a second here. Okay, so I just kind of blew that out. I was going to cover it up in tape, and I thought, oh god, that's flammable. I'm not going to do that. And the reason why I did that is because I don't want to make my fingers uncomfortable or anything when I go to cut, because I don't want to lose my concentration on what I'm doing right when I'm making that cut, because I don't want to screw it up, because this is on the outside of the final piece here, the biggest piece, and I don't want to mess that up. I'm going to lay this flat right there and just kind of my way around. I'm doing this on a little bit of a pivoting kind of way, like it's on a rocker or something. So I don't want to end up going too far and have an ugly line there that I have to shape down and putty. And I can already tell this door is going to fit pretty good, but it may be a little too big. I guess we'll see in just a moment whether I pass or fail this little test. I think we're pretty good, honestly. That's my guess so far. If you want to pause and put money on it, go for it. But that's getting real hot. Okay. It's starting to cool off and stick again. In a moment here, if I don't get this next time, I'm going to have to really strike off this blade pretty good. Should be it. And there we go. There's a hole for better or worse. There it is. Now, I already can kind of see this is a little deformed. That sucks, but there's not much I can really do about that but try and heat it up. But let's see how well this door fits in there. Oh, there goes my music. Sorry about that. Fits in there okay, but as you can see, there's some gaps. I made it too big, which is what I was talking about not wanting to do, but whatever, it happens. I'm just gonna have to live with it here. So what I'm gonna do now then is I should have the hot glue gun plugged in. No, I don't. I'm gonna pause it and get that heated up. Okay, and while that's happening, I've decided I'm just gonna kind of go in here and try and true this up a little bit. I'm just gonna cut this little bit off the top here ever so easily and try and get that done. And this is all about being gentle and being a little bit rough with it at the same time, because you want your stuff to look good, especially on these little outer details. And all I really do is just kind of put more pressure downward than pushing into the material, because I just want it straight. And if you look, you can see that there. There's some ridges there I gotta take out. So, I gotta concentrate on that. I'm just gonna press it flat. Oh, I'm so sick of this. Oh, whatever. Just gonna close out of that altogether. Here we go. That's annoying. Don't want to be annoyed while I'm doing this. The hot glue gun, of course, is heating up slowly. Okay. Check that out. Look at that on the side view. Got a little bit here to take off, because the putty will probably build up on top of that if you don't do this. It's nicer and easier to have it build up flat. You can build it up, then have it build up on top of something else. That's not what you want. So that's pretty cleaned up, you know. That's still got the gap. This is gonna look like somebody welded in the damn door, but whatever, that's okay. Mile Railroad, you can get away with just about anything. And that's kind of that. Now how's that's going. And the reason why I got the hot glue gun going, and now I just need my scissors wherever they went, because I'm going to cut out some more of this cardboard and get that across the inside so that I have a nice flat piece to attach my door to. And because this isn't plastic to plastic, I'm using the hot glue gun, in case anybody's wondering, well, gee, why is he doing that? Well, that's why. I'll just kind of quickly get a dab there. Ah, man, I got butterfingers today. Dab there. I'm just gonna place that right. Whatever. That is what it is. Too wide. Okay, so there you go. I got another piece of cardboard in there. That's a lot better. As you can see, that's also kind of putting some of the structural integrity back into it, and it's not, you can't see it in the view of the window, it's not blocking the window. And then that allows me just to put that onto there, really see if we got a good fit or not, and it appears that I do. Okay, now with that said, well, I can see a little bit of the cardboard under there. That's cool, that's okay. I can go ahead and just put a that little, not even half a pea size drop on there, and just kind of press that in like that. And what I'm going to do is just take the model glue around the edges on the inside and seal that all up in there pretty good, and then go on the outside of the putty. So there you go. There's that part, and we assemble it here.